Welcome back to another Jay's Cool Luck video, and today we're moving on with another Marvel Legends Netflix character review, and here we have the Punisher, Frank Castle, Jon Bernthal's version from the Netflix era, from Daredevil Season 2, or The Punisher Show. I'm not quite sure which media he's based off of with this little trench coat design. I don't know if he had this in Daredevil Season 2, or if it was just in The Punisher Show, but he is from that era. Now, normally we would move on to take a look at the package, but I bought him out of package. I just want to make sure I had all the accessories besides the Build-A-Figure piece, because I didn't need that Build-A-Figure in really at all in my collection. And so I bought him in Daredevil outside box. So we're just going to skip over the box segment and move on to the accessories segment. So without further ado, let's take a look at those accessories. Taking a look at the first accessory, we just got a little pistol gun here. Not quite sure what type of gun this is, but it just looks like a small pistol. It's a silverish color, grayish, I guess, color design. So you have that. And then you also get a larger gun here. Again, not quite sure what type of gun this is, but this is a black color design. Put it right there, you can see a bit better. So yeah, I do wish he came with a knife, but other than that, I'm happy he at least came with two different guns you can have him hold and use for your display. So yeah. That's a look at those accessories. Let's now move on and take a look at the Punisher. And here we have Jon Bernthal's Punisher. Now, you let me know if this looks like him. I was told it does, which is good, especially for this era. This was released, I think, in 2017. So I think over time, especially now in 2025, they've got it a bit better with the face sculpts for these actors in live action. But yeah, you let me know how it turned out. But anyway, you do have some scarring on the nose and a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. You have this like military, maybe shorter haircut for him right there. And so yeah, one thing I will point out here, which you'll see when we compare him to some of the other Daredevil characters, is he's a lot taller than I thought he would be. I don't know, just he seemed a lot taller, and maybe he is supposed to be taller than some of these other characters in the show, but it just really stuck out for me, but you'll see that later on in the video. So yeah, that's a look at the head sculpt. Taking a look at the body here, it's basically all one color besides the Punisher skull there, which turned out really well. I like how that turned out on his chest right there. See the details right there. And you have this like black trench coat that's a rubbery plastic, so it's not hard plastic, but it's also not soft goods. It's like in between. And this can come off, which I'll take off later in the video. So you have that. Got some like little line designs throughout it, on the sleeves as well. Just got some tan hands right there for some trigger fingers. So that's good. If I lift this up a bit, you can see a bit, I guess, more details underneath. Not a lot though, on the vest. Got a black belt, I believe, down here towards the lower half of the waist. Just got some black pants right here. And some black combat boots right there. So yeah, a very simple design, but again, nothing too much going on with this particular figure and everything. So yeah, just look at the back real quick. And just more of those line designs throughout the trench coat. Anyway, that's a look at the Punisher. Let's take a look at articulation. Taking a look at articulation, you can turn his head around 360 degrees like so. He can look up that far, so pretty good. And he can look down that far, so again, really good. He does not really go side to side. You can turn the arm around 360 degrees like so, pull it out like so, bend the elbow in like that, and twist at the hand. There is no wrist articulation from what I can tell. And then he does turn it to like near the elbow joint right there, and then he does turn it the whole near the shoulder area of his arm right there. And it should be mirrored for this arm, so just turn 360 degrees like so, pull it out like so, bend the elbow in like so, turn at the hand, and just turn at the elbow joint area, and then turn at the basically whole arm socket up there. So you have that. He does turn 360 degrees at the waist. He does bend down that far, so I can get a stand so we can see that. So he bends down that far and bends back that far, so pretty good when it comes to the waist movement there. He does go side to side, which is also nice. He does kick up that far, bend the knee like so, bend the foot, and so he has a little bit of side to side motion for the foot right there. And same for this leg right here, kick up that far, bend the knee like so, and bend the foot, and it does go side to side. And then he does do splits like so. And I think he does turn it the whole, yeah, he turns it the whole leg joint for both legs. Like so. So, yeah. That's a look at articulation. Let's now move on and take a look at some of these other characters from the show next to the Punisher. And here we have the Punisher right next to Daredevil from the Netflix era. I think they look pretty good. I can't wait to get the newer Daredevil and Punisher later on in the year from Daredevil Born Again. And so, yeah, I'll pose these two in an action pose at the end of the video during my outro. But now let's take a look at Matt Murdock and Kingpin up by these other two figures. And that's what Kingpin and Matt Murdock looks like by Daredevil and the Punisher. And you can really get a scale of Punisher right there. I know Hasbro's not going to get every, single character into scale with each other, but I feel like Kingpin is supposed to be taller. I'm trying to remember from the prison scene, because we did see Punisher right up by Kingpin when he was being released in Season 2. So again, Kingpin came out in 2023, if not 2024, so that was a later time compared to Daredevil and Punisher. But anyway, you just let me know in the comments below if he does look a bit taller than he should be. But with that, let's now move out to my outro and take a look at my final thoughts. And there you go. That brings an end to my Netflix era of reviews. Of course, there's really only two, Daredevil and Punisher. And I really like how these turned out. Again, I know they're going to be releasing, or they are releasing, these two guys later down the road. But I want to have the original ones to put on my display. And yeah, I do like how he looks without the trench coat. I will say that. Again, you were able to take it off. But be careful, I will say, if you have this particular Punisher, I feel like if you, this could rip maybe down the road if you take his arm off a bit too fast. So just note that if you do have this particular Punisher in your collection, you do take off the trench coat. Or if you plan on getting it someday down the road. But yeah, I do like how they look side by side. It kind of reminds me of one of the scenes in Daredevil Born Again. Anyway, with that, let me know your thoughts in the comments below what you thought of this review. So with that, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Keep an eye out for other videos coming to the channel soon. So with that, take care.